Om Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. Sri Ramakrishna was explaining to us about the follow-up of Nirguna Nirakara meditation, by which we are going to transcend the nature in its entirety and enter the transcendental realm of eternity, of infinity, being the ocean of bliss, peace, love, absolute. So, but the path is extremely difficult, which demands total renunciation of the external world, neti, and denial of the bodily existence. I am not body, I am Atman. So constant long-term awareness of that one existence, where there is no more duality of one infinite existence, we reach. In that connection, Sri Ramakrishna is telling, according to one school, then he comes to the duality. He advocates, take up the path of bhakti, the meditation on the God with form, that is within the reach of all humans, and it is a path of joyful journey where there is no tearing away, there is no difficulty. It is smooth and joyful. You'll go on enjoying the path of bhakti, the love of God, love of all beings, love of nature, where you sacrifice yourself and dissolve the ego, and through service and attain purity through constant thought of divine. In that connection, Sri Ramakrishna is continuing. According to one school, the gopis of Vrindavan, like Yashoda, had believed in the formless God in their previous births, but they did not derive any satisfaction from that belief. That is why later on they enjoyed so much bliss in the company of Sri Krishna in the Vrindavan episode of his life, where I am not there. I have to dissolve myself somehow. The self has to be dissolved. I am, this I self. The little self has to be dissolved to get the real self. So this destruction of self or dissolution of self is attained through 4 easy processes. One is, I dissolve my in knowledge. I am Atman. In that knowledge, the individual small self is dissolved. In jnana. Bhakti, I dissolve through love of God. Through self-knowledge, I destroy the self. Through self-devotion, I am getting devoted to God. Through love of God, I reach. One of the processes I adopt. Through jnana, I am attaining God. I am dissolving the self. Through bhakti, I am dissolving the self. Bhakti yoga, the self-knowledge and love of God. And through self-sacrifice. In bhakti yoga, most important part is surrender. Self-surrender is bhakti yoga. Self-knowledge is jnana yoga. Self-sacrifice is karma yoga. And self-control is Raja yoga. Self is to be destroyed, the small self to get the real self. Through force, this self-surrender, bhakti yoga, self-knowledge. Who am I? What is the self? Through that knowledge, I am going to self-surrender. My self is surrendered. So I don't have that self. Self-sacrifice in this service of others. I am going to sacrifice myself. So self-sacrifice is karma yoga and self-control is Raj yoga. Whole thing. I am going to make all the variations in mind, meditations, the manovrittis are silenced through self-control. Chittavritti nirodha. And these are the four paths. Sri Ramakrishna is taking up advocating the bhakti school, that is self-surrender. Now, the gopis of Vrindavan, he says, were pertaining to the Advaita type of knowing God without form, nirguna nirakara, and they realize God to be one with Krishna, playmates of Krishna. How much of knowledge and devotion they must be having. After getting this Advaitic knowledge of one existence, I am going to become sugar. I am not going to enjoy sugar. As sugar, one existence as sugar, as bliss. I am bliss. I enjoy bliss is different. So I don't want to be Sri Ramakrishna. I don't want to be sugar at all times. I want to enjoy the sugar also, keeping the duality. If I dissolve the duality, I become sugar. If I keep the duality, I enjoy the sugar. So the Vrindavan gopis were of the Advaitic type of knowledge, nirguna nirakara, God without form. But they could not get the innermost satisfied because Sri Ramakrishna used to say they cannot enter into the inner apartments of God. Now, they know what God is, but to remain, to know intimately, being an observer and observed, as a participant and participation, the separation, the triad is kept. Enjoyer, the enjoyed, and the enjoyment. Three are there, triads. So here we see Sri Ramakrishna is telling, that is why later on they enjoyed so much bliss in the company of Krishna in Vrindavan episode of his life. One day Krishna said to gopis, "Come along, I shall show you the abode of the eternal, the Shashvata Dhama, Yadgatva na nivartante tad dhama paramam mama." That is eternal. Let us go to the Jamuna for a bath. As they dived into the river, water of the river, they at once saw Goloka. The next they saw the indivisible light. Thereupon Yashoda exclaimed, "O Krishna, we don't care for these things anymore. We would like to see you in your human form. I want to take you in my arms and feed you." Now you see, Gokula is where the enlightened souls who are released from the limitations of nature. They live in a particular consciousness, they come together. Means those who, wherever they are, the time and space is not there anyway, but they are in same consciousness, like stars. They will be of the same consciousness, Krishna consciousness, Shiva consciousness, Vishnu consciousness. The Vishnu has his external vision. He always looks at the universe. Shiva looks at his own existence, internalized, externalized. Here management is important. Here Ananda is important. Shiva, all the Shiva enlightened souls of Shaivism, they have a tendency to remain absorbed in their own self. But being in the same state, they come together, all are enjoying the same bliss. They are like an internet. They are all joined together. Not by distance, but by knowledge, wisdom, and now like school students. 10th standard are together, 5th standard are together, different together, but they need not be equal in heights or anything, weight or, they are equal in knowledge. The color may be different, size may be different, age may be different, but where do they find equality? Is knowledge. 10th standard knowledge they all possess. 5th standard knowledge they all possess. So they are come together because of the knowledge identity. If you take age identity, they may be different. Suppose you take color identity, they may be different. So here it is like that. There the knowledge and the trend by which they are internalized. Vishnu's devotees are externalized. They are enjoying the duality. Shiva is enjoying his own self. So these people belong to this collective existence of one, wherever they are. Now, so many schools throughout the world of 5th standard, they are all, suppose the whole India, 5th standard exams, suppose the government of India is conducting, they are all equal in the eye of the government then. Now state-wise we are doing, suppose one country, it will be all students of the 5th standard are together. Same question paper will reach everyone. Same, they are in same awareness of the national level awareness of being in 5th standard. Like that, the Shaivas all will be, wherever they are, in whatever state, they can be within the world also, within the universe also, at different planes of existence also, beyond also, wherever they are. This collective existence is called the Kailasa. The Vishnus together is called the Vaikuntha. And Krishna's devotees, it is called Gokula. It is a collective existence of the same level of consciousness. It is, they are coexisting. They are not different lokas like Goluka is different. They are same level of realization, but with a different awareness and different trend. So all are enlightened, all. And because they belong to the same feathers, the birds of the same feather flock together. This entity, now these are all just like entirely different. We see the channels that are coming in television channels. But they are coexisting together here in the same space. All are in the same space. Millions of mobiles are working in the same space. But we differentiate different level of frequency in the same space. A particular range is given for mobile cells, for telephones, one particular military signals, TV signals, all these are higher and lower. Now, higher and lower doesn't mean with respect to space. It is frequency differences, knowledge differences, higher and lower classes. Like that, these are the same one enlightened souls. Now these, after realization, they come to participate in the Avatara Leela as gopis and gopas and enjoy the bliss of God. When they see the Nirguna Nirakara, first they see Gokula. All enlightened souls are together. With everyone there is Krishna's awareness and Krishna's presence is there. All are alike. They are entirely different state of existence. In ecstatic love of God, they are feeling the living presence of God, experiencing the joy of being with Krishna. Each one is his own world of experience, and they are all together. Now this Gokula they see and enjoy. Then they slowly, still higher level of existence. This is realized souls together. Still higher level they go. As they go, all the differences dissolve. One light of consciousness, Chaitanya. Chaitanya. There is no duality. Then they all say, no, we want you to see in the same human form. So the greatest manifestation of God is through incarnations. Where you are there, the God has come down. We going to God is different. God coming to us, because we are unable to, it is like a bird which cannot fly, and it has to be fed where it is. That way, we are not able to enter into the transcendental, to give the same experience, this one. God incarnates in the universe. This is considered as the highest form of experience, to be one with God, when he takes human birth. The devotee should worship and serve an incarnation of God as long as he lives in a human body. At the break of the day, he disappears into the secret chamber of his house. He is there in the universe playing his Leela. You will see him is disappearing. Not all, by any means, can recognize an incarnation of God. Very difficult to recognize. Even we cannot know what is within a man, and man himself doesn't know what is within him. So many problems, so many complications. Highly complicated being in this universe is human. The psychology, how it works, how many things he is hidden within, how many things he has hidden himself within. Unknown to him, there is huge mountain and ocean within. He doesn't even know what are the karmic loads he is carrying and vasanas he is carrying. And he has, in the world itself, he has hid many things within. He doesn't want to reveal himself openly to others. He goes on hiding his own nature and things like that. So his mind is so complicated. It is working in so many ways. Each expression is a understanding. Expressions are all It is not at all natural. Nothing is natural. When he gets enlightenment, everything again, he becomes natural. In Upanishads and Shankaracharya Bhashya, he says, Swastham avaptam. The person has attained back his lost health. We are not healthy. We are diseased. So, diseases have caught us. Bhavaroga. And Bhavaroga, Vaidya is the incarnation. He is Vaidya. He is one who is going to cure our disease, worldly disease. Not all, by any means, can recognize the incarnation of God. Assuming human body, the incarnation falls a victim to disease, grief, hunger, thirst, and all such things. Like ordinary mortals, Rama wept for Sita, Brahman weeps entrapped in the nature of the five elements, in the snare of the five elements. The five elements, Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Apa, Prithvi, that is which the physical body is made. Into it he is of his own option, with his own powers he manifests. So his whole presence is there as the Lord of the universe in that small bodily existence. So we see the incarnation very difficult to identify. Like all other people, he has a body. That body has hunger, sleep, this, that, everything. Only the normal dirt, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, madha, all these are not there. That's all. And the Shuddha Sattva with which the body and mind is made is depicting, radiating the peace, bliss, love of the transcendental in and through that body. No kama, krodha, but the Absolute is presenting in and through this small bodily existence, as if it has come from the transcendental to take you to the transcendental again. We are reaching back the source. It is said in the Purana that God in His incarnation as so, that is wild boar, lived happily with young ones even after the destruction of the Hiranyaksha. Two demons, Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha. He takes the form of wild boar to kill the Hiranyaksha. According to Hindu mythology, God incarnated Himself as a sow, that is wild boar, in order to save the world from the iniquities of demon Hiranyaksha. He happily lived even as a sow. He nursed them, small young ones. With his young ones he was there. He nursed them and forgot all about his abode in the heaven. At last, Shiva killed the soul body with his trident, and God laughed aloud and went to his own abode. How the trapped in the bodily, this one, the self-identity is veiled. That power, his own power, covers it. That power is called Yoga Maya. Yogamaya covers the whole thing and arranges for human bodily existence. In the afternoon, Bhavanath arrived. Rakhal, Yam, Harish and other devotees were in the room. Master to Bhavanath, to love an incarnation of God, that is enough. Ah, what ecstatic love of gopis, what ecstatic love the gopis had for Krishna. Sri Ramakrishna began to sing, assuming the attitude of gopis. Now you see, Bhavanath used to now and then enter into ecstatic state of divine love and lose his external consciousness. So Sri Ramakrishna is explaining to him how they loved and how they transcended, how they, what ecstatic love the gopis had for Krishna. Sri Ramakrishna began to sing, assuming the attitude of gopis. Not only he is telling, he is demonstrating how the ecstatic state of love will be, that they lose the external consciousness and be one with the God from within. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.